I'm definitely not the naturalist, most natural person on earth. It's your girl DizastrousBeauty coming back with another video. So this is another video from the dating what is it called, the Virgo experience, dating different zodiac signs, and me just letting you know like my experience as a female Virgo dating different male zodiac signs. So we are going to be talking about Mr. Taurus, honey, that bull girl. We're going to be talking about the bull in this video while I do my makeup. Now the whole video isn't going to be my makeup because I think I finished talking about the story, because this is more of a story time than the other video, but I think I finished my makeup before I finished, so I may have some stuff out. I'm have clips here and now. It just depends on how I edit it, child. I don't know how I'm gonna edit it because it ain't edited yet, so it just kind of depends on how it's edited. But yeah, that is what this video is about, and I think it's really fun. This a wig. I'm actually gonna be doing the video on it today, like finishing it up. I did, you know, put it on and stuff today, but I will have a direct link to it down below. It is a headband wig. I will have a link to it down below in the description box if you guys are interested. And yeah, honey, like let me go ahead and say, if you're not already subscribed, so click the subscribe button. It's free 99. And if you're not ready to follow me on all my social media platforms, I am DizastrousBeauty on both IG and Facebook. I'm Help to Miss C on Snapchat, and I'm DizastrousB on Twitter. Now, honey, this video is probably gonna be long because it's a story time. Like, I'm running my mouth, girl. So forgive that. Or don't forgive that. I don't know. Just let me know if you like it. Let me know if it's a vibe. Let me know your Taurus experience, okay, honey? I don't care if you are a female that's dated a male Taurus, or if you're a female that's dated a female Taurus, or if you are a male dating a male Taurus, okay, girl, honey, child, I don't care. Let me know down below your Taurus experience. And yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, oh God, hold on, y'all. Let me go and put some more drink in my cup because your girl ain't got no kids here. There's nobody in this house but moi. And yeah, I'm gonna drink and do my makeup. Okay, so that's what she gonna do. So uno momento, y'all. Uno momento. Okay, so before I get into anything, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera. Like, honey, I have been struggling with my brows. I love to use my NYX micro brow pencil, but girl, she's done. Okay, there's nothing else in here, and I'm not going to no stores today, girl. She's just not, okay? She's just in her cup. So what I'm gonna do instead is use this 24-hour super brow long wear pomade. And I went through a phase where I loved pomades, and I was using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and now I'm back into my pencil phase because it's just easier, girl. It's just easier. But yeah, I don't have a pencil to use, so we're gonna use this. It is in the color dark brown. I'm gonna do that off camera, and then we will get into the video. Okay, so I'm finally back. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyelids. I went ahead and did my eyebrows, and child, that was a struggle. I know they don't look the same. I know that they ain't freaking twins, they ain't sisters, but they are cousins, girl. Like, don't come for me, they are cousins. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyelid with this Juvia's Place that I am just, I'm so distraught about, because I am like basically completely out at this point. Still haven't gone to Ulta, don't judge me. I actually went to Ulta a while back, and girl, she was out of stock, but I seen recently that it said that she was back in stock. Yes, honey, I'm that chick. I saw on the site, because I have been checking, looking for it, that it was back in stock, and I need it. Like, my face is not the same without it, because I have been using other products, you know, other things that I used to really love, and now since I found this, you know how when you find a new makeup product, you just don't care for the other makeup product? Like, child, it's me. Okay, so let's get into this. Like, this is kind of gonna be like a story time, but it is also a part, child. It is also a part of my astrology series that I am doing, you know, with me as a Virgo dating different astrology signs. And the next sign that I have, because if you haven't already watched my initial video, Lord Chrissy, put card, okay? If not, check the description box. If not, girl, just put in the Virgo experience or something like that, DizastrousBeauty, child. It'll come up somewhere. Oh God, let me put some lip balm on these lips, honey. My lips be so crusty. I don't know what it is. This is Lippy Balm from ColourPop. Okay, so the first one that I did was about me and my first love, me and my high school relationship, okay? And it's crazy that this one actually started as well in high school. So yeah, this one also started in high school. It's crazy because as you guys seen or watched, if you did watch from my initial video with the Aries, I dated him from like 8th or 9th grade until my first year in college. So yeah, I met this Taurus, honey. I met this Taurus in about 11th grade. I was still with my boyfriend. All of this will all come together, girl. It's gonna make sense. Now the story may be long. I don't know if it's gonna be all over the place or not, but it will come together and it will make sense. So let me tell you guys what textbooks say about the Virgo and Taurus relationship, okay? The Taurus, I have on this right here, like the first, this is like my little notebook. So I have first obsession, okay? The Taurus, I like first obsession, girl. Okay, so I have on here the compatibility, complement each other in every way. The lies, I tell you. Taurus man secure and stable, and Virgo is calm and reserved. The con. Taurus is not neat nor organized, which drives the Virgo crazy. Child, that would drive me crazy. We ain't live together, so it wasn't even a factor in my life. Virgo is critical, which unleashes the Taurus temper. Relationship. So this is me from my standpoint, like what I have written down here. Relationship. Friendship lasted for years due to Taurus pursuing Virgo pursuing. Why was I writing? Child, who are you? Why are you writing like this? Ain't you? Okay. Let's start this over. Friendship lasted for years due to him pursuing me. Relationship lasted a month due to me being extremely shy and lack of trust. Obsession lasted for years. Mine lasted for years. Roles reversed. Okay, so it's gonna, all that's gonna make sense, sis. Okay, it's gonna make sense. I will say this. I feel like Taurus is like my kryptonite. Girl, you better do something to your face, honey. You supposed to be doing makeup, girl. I don't feel like doing any type of makeup today. It's just like I'm not gonna be doing that. So why would I put on real makeup? I mean, I'm put on makeup because I still gotta film a video, but I'm just gonna put some bronze on my eyelids, okay? This is the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Caramel Cutie, and anytime that I don't want to really wear makeup, I just put this bronzer on my eyelids. Okay, honey, I don't even know what I was saying before that. What was I saying, y'all? Okay, so yeah, I feel like the Taurus is like my kryptonite. I don't know what it is. I don't know if any other Virgo feels like this. If you have that connection with Tauruses, or is it just me, girl? Okay, is it just me? My dad is a Taurus, so maybe that plays a factor, because you know they said women date their dads. So I'm wondering, pull that down some. I'm wondering if that is the issue. Like, it's like a, you know, you remind me of my dad, or you some way somehow they remind me of my dad. This particular Taurus really did not remind me of my dad. Like, I don't know if he didn't remind me of my dad, or I didn't know my dad like I know my dad now. I don't know, child, but I don't remember thinking that. But anyways, I digress. So I met this Taurus when I was probably 16 or 17 years old. I went to a drum major camp.
Oh, and this one time at band camp,
I had been picked for drum major. Oh, girl. So this was like the summer from me being in the 10th grade going into my junior year of high school. I still had that same boyfriend, the Aries, but I went to this drum major camp, which was being held in Troy, Alabama, at the Troy University. So I get to this camp. I'm extremely shy. My grandmother and my uncle Pee Wee, they took me there. Also a Taurus, my Uncle Pee Wee. They took me to this camp, and I I was terrified. I didn't have a roommate. Like, for some reason, I didn't get a roommate. Everybody else had roommates, blah, blah. So anyways, we're at like this auditorium. Like, they talking to the parents, you know, kind of saying how things are going to be. This is after they dropped me off in my dorm, and so I did not have a roommate. So while we're doing that, and I'm gonna do sort of like a side story that's not a side story. It all comes together, girl. But anyways, so while we're at this auditorium, you know, my grandma was kind of like, oh, Chrissy don't have a roommate, you know, Chrissy's really shy, blah blah. And there was this girl sitting in front of us, and she was just talking. Like, she was so animated. I will never forget this girl. I will never forget her name. I'm gonna say her name. Well, should I say her name? I mean, like, there's nothing bad that I have to say, but I'm gonna say her name. But yeah, she was animated, she was talking, she was so pretty, she was so cool. Like, you know, she was just the opposite of me, girl. But anyway, so my uncle was like, my uncle is very Taurusy. So my uncle was like,
hey, you know, do you have a roommate? Like,
to this animated girl. Of all the people to put somebody like me with, you put me with this extremely animated girl. But she was like, actually no. So he was like,
my niece doesn't have a roommate. Y'all should room together.
And she was like, okay. Like, she was literally that cool. Her name was Diamond. Oh my gosh, she was so cool. Like, I love that girl. Like, she made that experience so much better for me, because I am, like I've said to you guys before, I'm very shy. I am very shy. Now, once you get to know me, I can be very out there and just like this. But if you don't know me, I am extremely shy. So anyways, I ended up rooming with Diamond. So after my uncle and my grandmother left, child, how long are you gonna put on this bronzer, girl? Like, what are you doing? Still blending. But anyways, so after my uncle and my grandmother left, it was just me and Diamond. And I remember we went, I don't know why we went to another place, but we went back to like kind of that same auditorium. And now I'm sitting with her because she's my new roommate. She's my new friend. So anyways, I'm sitting with her and she's talking and being animated just like she already was. And you know, I'm laughing or whatever, and there was some guys behind us and they was like,
what's y'all name? You know, you cute.
I mean, keep in mind, we're teenagers. We were freaking 16. Like, isn't that what guys do? And we ended up like kind of talking to them. I think Diamond was she wasn't there for drum major camp. She was there for dance or flag girl. I'm not sure which one, but one of those. She wasn't there for drum major camp, which meant I was gonna have to eventually be split from her because they were sectioning us off. And I think that's why we were there. I think we were back in the auditorium because they were telling us, you know, where we was gonna be going at this camp. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner off camera. It's the NYX matte liquid liner. I'm gonna put that on, and then I'm gonna put on these lashes. These are my babies, y'all. And this new set I got, cause honey, honestly, I feel like they be a little different every time I get them, but they're from Amazon and they're cheap. And I always have the link down below in the description box. It is an affiliate link, so if you don't want me to get no coin, girl, you know what I already say. You gonna have to find it somewhere else so that I can. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna put these on. And I'll be back with the story. I hope I don't forget where I left off. Okay, so now I got my eyelashes and my liner on. Child, I've been gone for a minute. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, so I hope I remember where I left off. I'm gonna go in now with my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. And y'all, if I don't say what a product is, I probably have it on the screen somewhere, because it just had my mind all over the place. Like, and I don't have the best memory as it is, and I don't need to get confused. So anyways, so we in this auditorium, and this is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. We in the auditorium, and these guys, you know, they, you know, like being teenage boys. Oh my God, you know, like, what's up, girl? Blah, blah, blah. Being guys. So, you know, Diamond was extra diamondish. And she started talking to them and, you know, like asking them where they from. And one particular guy was like, you know, where you from? You know, like, what's good with you? You know, because I really wasn't saying anything because I'm shy. Okay, I'm shy. And I had a boyfriend. So I wasn't really saying anything. I was kind of giggling, you know, when she would say certain things, but I wasn't really talking. But this particular guy took an interest in me. And, you know, he started asking me, what do we want to name him? We're going to name him Chance. We're gonna name him Chance, like from New York show with Chance and Real. We're gonna name him Chance, honey. So you know, he was like, you know, what's your name? Where you from? Blah, blah. And I told him, and he told me that he was from an area that was around that area. And it was funny because my dad actually lived in that general area, and he actually knew a relative of mine. And I ain't gonna even get into that because I just feel like everybody will know, like anybody that watches this will know who I'm talking about. You probably already don't know. If you know me, you know who I'm talking about anyway. But anyways, but so yeah, he ended up asking me, you know, like what was I here for? And I was like, drum major camp. And he was like, no way. Like, it was always shocking, you know, like for child. It was shocking for me to be a drum major. It was even shocking, like before that I played the drums, child.
Yes, ma'am, I sure did. Bass drums at that, girl. Boom.
But anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm here for drum major camp. He was like, me too. I was like, oh, okay. He was like, so, you know, you can just kind of, you know, be with me while we're here because you're not gonna know anybody. And he knew everybody because, like I said, even though this was like a camp, he was from the area, so he knew a lot of people, and he had like one of those personalities. I've noticed that with a lot of Tauruses, that they have that personality. Journey Brown is a Taurus as well. They have one of those personalities that kind of draws people in, and they're kind of like, you know, hey, yeah, you know, they kind of have that personality. And his personality was like that. My dad's personality is like, my dad is super charismatic, child. I mean, anywhere that we go, no matter where my dad said, somebody's gonna know my dad. Like, that's just his personality. He's really likable and you know, he's very charismatic. So that they did have him coming. So anyways, you know, people knew him, and he would, you know, got girls and, you know, people to talk to me because he was literally the center of attention. Like, while we were there, he was the center of attention. So I ended up, you know, of course I told him I had a boyfriend. He hit on me anyway. He was like, he ain't care. I don't care about your boyfriend, child. You're gonna be mine one day. That's what he would say. So he was going into his senior year, and as I stated, I was going into my junior year. And literally the whole time we were there, he was so nice to me. He would wait outside my dorm for breakfast until I walked out of my dorm. And Diamond was like, girl, like, what's good? I just said you had a man at home, you know? But girl, I was like, I don't know, because I wasn't doing anything. I am just not one of those people. And I had even told my boyfriend, I don't think I had a cell phone. He let me use his cell phone to call my boyfriend. Because I didn't have one. I think actually, I got my first cell phone that year, but I didn't have a cell phone at that time. And he let me use it to call my boyfriend. I remember at a dance, he let me use his cell phone. He was like, yeah,
You call your man, I don't care.
girl, this little boy, because I can say we were kids then. This boy was so out there, and he was so bold and just like, you gonna be mine. Like, that was just like his personality. And I liked him. I liked him as a friend because I had a boyfriend. At this point, me and my boyfriend had been together like 2 years, I think. And yeah, I liked my boyfriend. He was my boyfriend. But let me tell you, girl. So the day that I was supposed to go home, because I think we were there 3 days. So the day that I was supposed to go home, we had like this little, you know, this little thing, you know, saying bye to the camp and, you know, all of that stuff. And I was with Chance, because I was with Chance the whole time I was there. And we're walking back, like, we're walking back and our parents are there. Well, my boyfriend rode with my grandmother to pick me up, and I am with this boy. He cared not. It was my boyfriend, my Uncle Red, and Mom. I was with Chance, and my boyfriend, the Aries, was there. And you know, I was like, oh my God, you're here, blah, blah. I'm excited. And you know, I hugged him. Chance did not move. He did not leave. He didn't speak, and you know, it's good seeing you, you know, whatever. It was nice meeting you. Nothing. The boy stood right there. Walked with me into my dorm to get my stuff. Introduced himself to my grandmother, to my uncle, and to my boyfriend. Like,
What up, bro?
it was so, oh my God. Like, Diamond was looking like, girl, child. I'm gonna go into my foundation shades. This is Beyond Perfect and Clinique and NARS. Honey. So obviously we exchanged numbers because, like I said, he was so nice to me while I was there. He really took care of me. And I had told my boyfriend, I told him about him because that's just the type of person I am, child. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it. So I told him, you know, he basically took care of me while I was there. And, you know, that I had gave him my number. Girl, junior year, senior year, college. This boy did not stop, honey. He would message me all the time, email me all the time. I remember, do you guys remember that song, the whisper song? Doom, 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 doom. You remember that? Girl, the boy wrote me his version of this song in an email. And in it, he said, wait till you start dating me. Hey, Chris, wait till you start dating me. Girl. Honey, the child ain't nothing in this NARS. I might as well hang it up. I'm gonna have to put on another. Y'all gonna have on 3 different foundations. Please pray that it come out decent. I'm gonna put on this Marc Jacobs Shameless too. Let me see, it might be enough because I don't need a whole bunch of makeup. Okay, so before I put on the Shameless, I'm just gonna see if I have enough on my hand. This is all I got. And that was the NARS Sheer Glow. I love it. And I run out once again of something else. And I was gonna go buy it, and instead I ended up buying the, what is the other one called? The natural, what is it called? Natural long wear or something. But I'm a Sheer Glow girl. It's 2 types of girls in the world, 2 types of NARS girls. The Sheer Glow and the long wear natural whatever. I am a Sheer Glow girl. I don't think I would ever stop liking Sheer Glow, even though my skin isn't as dry as it used to be. Okay, so yeah, the boy did not let up. So I ended up going to college, and me and my boyfriend, as I stated in that video about dating that Aries, we ended up going to college together, and we broke up. Well, I had never stopped being in contact with Chance. Like, he was my friend. Like, in my head, he was my friend, even though he was like, no, honey, you my girlfriend, okay? Like, we will be together. Like, not you're my girlfriend, but you will be mine one day. Like, that was always his stance. He never acted like, he never made it seem like he had different motives, girl. He made it clear what his motives was at all times. So I could never be like, well, you know, I didn't know. No, honey, he made sure, he made his motives clear. One day you're going to be mine. Like, I'm dating this girl, I'm dating such and such right now. But, honey, if you say, you know, we can be together, then such and such is gone. That's just how he was. That was like his personality. I'm pretty sure he is still that person. He's just likable. He has one of those personalities. So, and I'm a personality girl. Like, I don't know if that's a Virgo thing or if that's a me thing, but you could be butt ugly. And if your personality is just one of those personalities, girl, I don't care. I don't care what you look like. If you have just, you know, I'm a charisma girl. I mean, I live off of it. I don't really live off looks or money, child. I should. But I've always been a charisma girl. Y'all, this is that little elf sponge that I always use, that I got so many of. It's so soft. Oh my God. Okay, so anyways, and it was enough foundation, so I didn't have to use the Shameless. When me and my boyfriend broke up, he was honestly the first person I told, I think he, child, for some reason my camera do not want me to finish this doggone video. My memory card was full, so I had to change that out. So anyways, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I don't know what I was saying. I hope I know where I was saying. But me and my high school boyfriend, we broke up, and I ended up, I was really upset because we had been together for like 4 or 5 years. Like, we had been together a long time, and you know, especially when you're that young, to be with somebody for that amount of time, it seems like forever. You know, you feel like you'll never be with anybody else. And I remember telling him, because we were still communicating, we had never stopped communicating. I remember him telling him what had happened, and he was like, oh honey, there's somebody else. Like, he didn't say it like that, obviously. But he basically said, you know, like, there's somebody else. That's why. And it was why. It was. Anyways, y'all, this is the Double Duty Beauty, the Tarte. What is it called? Why is it Double Duty Beauty? Oh, Tarte Shake Tape. This is the Tarte Shake Tape concealer. And I'm using the shade Medium Tan Golden. And yeah, there was. Anyway, so he was basically like, okay, well, now he's out the way finally. You can date me. And I did. So we ended up getting into a relationship. Okay, so the issue was I had literally been with my boyfriend, you know, as I was coming to age. So I had been with my boyfriend since I was like 14, 15, something like that. 14 or 15. So I hadn't been with nobody else. So it was a huge adjustment. And I don't think he understood, especially, I mean, we were kids, so of course I don't think he understood like the amount of adjustment that there would need to be. Like, it was hard. And you know, granted, he was really understanding as I feel like a young male, because at this point we were he's probably 19, I'm probably 18, but as understanding as I think you could be. And he was really nice. So how did we end up breaking up, child? So at this point, because of the cheating and stuff in my relationship with the Aries guy, I think I was really paranoid. I remember, like, he came down for Valentine's Day and he brought me all of this stuff. He came to my college. He went to a way bigger college than I did. And he came to my college for Valentine's Day and he brought me so much. I mean, it was a lot of stuff, child. I don't even know how you can afford that much stuff at our age. And he stayed at my dorm because my dorm was co-ed, because I was in the honors dorm. Yes, your girl was in the honors dorm. But anyways, he stayed at my dorm, but we were never intimate. And we weren't intimate because I had only been intimate with one other person in my entire life. And I couldn't wrap my head around, it. So, after that, we were fine. Like he didn't push the issue. It wasn't like, oh, really, you ain't gonna do that? We can't, like, it was never that with us. I guess he was like, shoot, I'm waiting this long. What's a little bit longer, you know? So this other guy ended up coming to my dorm. I don't even remember who the guy was. I don't even remember how this happened. But he happened to have seen him come there when he brought me all the stuff Valentine's Day. And he said to me that Chance dates his sister. What you mean? He was like, you know, I saw him bring you all this stuff. He's my sister's boyfriend. He's your sister what? He's your sister what? He's my sister's boyfriend. And I immediately believed him, and I sent Chance this long text because honestly, y'all, I am very non-confrontational. I will completely lose every freaking word that I am planning to say if I talk to you face to face. I'm a texter. I am a texter, and I used to be, before there was texting, I was a letter writer. I'll still write you a letter, honey. I am just that person because it's easier for me to form my thoughts that way. So I wrote him this message and I was like, oh, how dare you, blah, 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 such and such. Said, I have no idea who this guy even is to this day. I can't even remember who it was or, you know, anything. But anyways, I remember that. And he was like, what are you talking about? So anyways, I asked the guy gave me the girl's name. I told him the name. He said, and to this day, I don't know if that was true or not, child. I don't know. He said that they dated in high school and had been together since high school. How would her brother know when her brother ain't even in her life? Blah, 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 blah. Stuff that, a whole bunch of shit. So we ended up breaking up. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if the girl wrote me. I don't know what happened, but the girl ended up contacting me and basically saying that it wasn't true, blah, blah, blah. I still don't know if it was true or not. I don't know, because I feel like I didn't really know who the girl was. Facebook and all that stuff was new. Like now we can just look stuff up and see stuff. It was new back then. Like this is freaking '08. So we broke up. And after we broke up, I feel like I like kind of like developed this like sort of obsession. I think because I felt like I was in the wrong, that it created this sort of thing. Now granted, this was still a person that I had known since I was about 15 or 16 years old. So keep that in mind. I had been talking to him since I was 15, even though we had only dated for like a month. He was still like a friend in my head, even though we had started dating. This is the Huda Beauty Blondie. And y'all, I hate that I have to use this because I really definitely prefer the Juvia's Place one, the Kalahari, but I'm gonna use this one because the Kalahari is done, girl. So I'm gonna use that, and it's in the shade Blondie. Y'all, I used to swear by this stuff, but it's expensive, honey. And Juvia's Place is not. Like, I think it's like a $15 difference. So I'm gonna use that to set my under eye. So I think what I was actually missing is the connection that we had as a friend. And I remember my uncle telling me, like, I remember telling him that, you know, I had finally decided to give a chance, haha. And I remember my uncle saying, be careful about that, because when he was like, when a guy puts you like on a pedestal like that, once they get you and realize that you're not like here, like that you're actually human, then, you know, they don't like you as much, you know. So I was like, no, it's not gonna be like that, blah blah blah. Mind you, this is the same uncle that is also a Taurus, so I should have listened. But anyway, so we ended up, you know, breaking up, blah blah blah. And like I said, it became like this thing where after the girl sent me the message, and I was like, you know what, I believe you, never mind. And he was like, no. So it felt like, it started feeling like more of a chase. And even though I wasn't chasing him, child, because she did not chase, girl. She did not. But it felt like it. Like, it felt like the roles had become reversed. And like more like he had the upper hand and I had the lower hand. It shouldn't be like that in any sort of relationship that you have, but that's what it felt like. And we basically continued that. We never got back into another relationship. Never. We were never in a relationship again. I remember my little cousin ended up, at this point I was married, and I remember my little cousin went to his school, and he called me and he was like, no, she called me. She was like, I literally just ran into this guy, and I'm walking, minding my business, and he stopped me. He was like, oh my God, you look like Chrissy. He didn't call me Chrissy, but I ain't gonna say what he called me. And she was like, I met your friend. Because I had never said anything about him, because like I said, we had only dated for a month. Now this is the Sephora Micro Smooth. I'm gonna use that to kind of dust off the Huda Beauty. Shameless plug, that particular cousin is Ashley. Definitely check out her channel. I will have it down below in the description box. Check her out, girl. Check her out. But I feel like the Taurus Virgo dynamic, it can be a really, really good one. But I do feel like it says that the Taurus and the Virgo are supposed to be together, like they're compatible, Virgos and Taurus. They also said, like I said, the Cancers and the Virgos are compatible, but child, every Cancer I done met done tried to kill me. So by telling you guys this particular story, I don't personally, I don't know, maybe y'all can tell me different. Okay, I don't personally think, I don't know. I want to say I don't personally think you should be with a Taurus. I don't know if I could be with my daddy, because my daddy is a Taurus, and from what you know, they have the same characteristics. Now I get that the Taurus is definitely more, you know, charismatic, while the Virgo is reserved. So it feels like an opposite attracts type deal. But I feel like there's this tug of war type thing, and he's not the only Taurus that I dated, and it still felt like a tug of war thing. Like they're like the type of people that I feel like they're all about having somebody. They like to have somebody pretty on their arm. It's not necessarily that they even care about that person. I think Taurus men, not women, honey. Okay, I'm talking about the men. Don't confuse the two. I feel like Taurus men are more about how things look, or how a relationship look, than the actual relationship. And I always did get that vibe from him about that, and about a lot of other things, that it was all about how things looked and not the actual thing, or not even liking something. Like you may want the latest this, but it's not actually because you want it, it's because of how it will look. You know what I mean? Now that characteristic I don't feel like my dad had, but I do feel like he had it when it came with women. He liked to have a certain type of woman, and I feel like that is like the vibe that I get from a lot of Taurus men. They like to have, they like for things to look nice. They like for their relationship to look nice. They like for everything to look nice, and maybe not actually put in the time and the work for that actual relationship. Like they may even obsess over somebody, because literally the guy pursued me from me being 16 to like 19, and he was fine with that. They patient people, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel, maybe I don't have enough experience with that particular sign to say, but I've had enough. Okay. I've had enough. So let me know. This right here is just the Infallible Shaping L'Oreal Long Wear Stick. Let me know if you've ever been in a relationship with a Taurus as a Virgo, or not even as a Virgo. Let me know if you've had any experience with a Taurus male. Listen, honey, you females, y'all be all in y'all feelings. We talking about the men. To me, the men signs versus the female signs are completely different, honey. Y'all was all in your feelings, you Aries, in that last video, girl. We not talking about you. We not talking about you. We talking about your counterparts, girl. But let me know your Taurus experience. Like, let me know, have you had like a similar experience with the Taurus, or if your experience was completely different, whether you're a Virgo or a Libra or Aries or a Cancer. Let me know what your experience has been with the Taurus male, or if you are, like I said before, if you are a female that's dating another female, or a Taurus female, let me know what your experience has been. I am interested, girl. I am interested to know how y'all's relationship with these different signs, how they are, and how do they differ from what they say, that, you know, like compatibility wise on the computer or in textbooks and stuff. I'm interested to know, girl. I am interested to know. I will also say this. I do feel like, to the Taurus man's credit, because honey, my daddy is a Taurus. To the Taurus man's credit, I do feel like they are very, very dependable people. They're people that do what they say they're gonna do. If a Taurus man, in my opinion, every Taurus I have ever dealt with, Taurus male, or even just Tauruses in general, if they say they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it. Now, if they won't make a promise to you that they won't keep. Like if they feel like they can't honor something, they'll just say it. They'll just say, I can't do it. I got stuff to do. They'll never say something that they can't do. And I do find that really, really cool about Taurus men. I also find that Taurus men are very, for the most part, traditional. This particular Taurus child, I don't know, because we were young. I didn't make it that far with him. But I've noticed that a lot of them are traditional, and they feel a certain type of way about, you know, things. Even the younger Taurus men appear to be, you know, like their standards and stuff, how they feel like you should be as a woman, or how they feel like you should be as a man. It does appear to be very, very traditional. I don't know, honey, that just may be like the Taurus men that I've come around, but they do tend to be, to me, more traditional. And hoes, girl. And being hoes. I feel like they are hoes. So that's something else. Now I could be wrong about that too. Let me know down below in the comments. I do also feel like they hoes, child. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup. That is basically the whole story about the Virgo experience with the Taurus male. Who's next, child? It just get worse and worse, honey. It just get worse and worse. Yeah, we'll do another sign another day, but I'll get into that in the outro. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup, child, because honey, girl, I ain't nowhere near through. I'm just running my mouth. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished look I have on. This is a headband wig. I don't know if you guys knew that. This particular headband wig is from, child, YG Wigs. Yeah, it is from YG Wigs, and the video should be out, and I know the video is going to be out before this. So if you are interested in this wig, honey, because this is just like a little throw on and go, I will have a link to the video on it, and that video will have a direct link to where you can cop her. So if you are interested in that, girl, if you're interested in this wig, okay, y'all don't honey, don't rag on my edges. Y'all know I ain't got no edges. You know I ain't got no edges. But yeah, so also let me know what you guys think about this video talking about this Taurus man, giving you guys a little bitty story time like on our relationship. I would also like to mention that this obsession, it continued, and it continued, like it was just like something about him that drew me in, like that drew me into him, even after finding out different things like about him as a person. I was still very, very drawn into him, and I think that is just like the case with me and a lot of Taurus men. Like I have to be like, look, honey, you kryptonite. Stay away, be gone, okay? Because I feel like they're so persistent, and I think the persistence and the charm, and they're so charming while they're pursuing you. Okay, so like while they're pursuing you, they're very charming, and I feel like that charm sort of diminishes after they get you. And this is not just this particular Taurus, like this is a few other Tauruses as well that I've dated. But after they get you, it's kind of like, I got you. You know what I mean? Like, I got you. I'll do whatever. Let me know if that was kind of like your Taurus experience, or if you're with a Taurus and that is not how he is, girl. Read me down below. Like, girl, you can read me in the comments about your main girl, okay? But that has pretty much been my experience with that particular Taurus, and a few other Tauruses as well. But like I said, they're like my kryptonite, and I try to stay away from them. Okay, obviously I'm married now, but you know, that was like, just like Cancers. And Cancer is next, okay? Cancer is next, girl. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, like this video. And if you're not ready to follow me I'm on social media platforms. I am Disastrous Beauty on both IG and Facebook. I'm held to Miss C on Snapchat, and I'm Disastrous B on Twitter. And I will see you love bugs next time. Bye.